Oh, hi there. Swift generic, which say Swift is a strong type safety, and so each parameter, for example, the function each parameter, it must specify a type. And compared to JavaScript, which has weak type safety, JavaScript you just say the function has a parameter which has you don't need to specify the type and you can get any kind of type. But Swift need a strong type safety. You need specify a type, which if you want flexible, like your function can be generic of type or any type, and then you can use the generic. So which the angle brackets, which is in Swift to define the type parameter that makes your code with any type. Compare the angle brackets, the square brackets, which define array type. And the basic uses for the generic, you can have generic classes, generic structs, or generic enums. For example, for the generic class, you can have a generic class box. So instead of you specify a type of value of string, so this class you will need a value of string type. But if we change this box class to be generic, we can say angle bracket and t is any type, and we have the class we say var value is type of t, any type, and init the class which will say we have value of type t, any type, and this will be say self.value equal to value, the parameter, the init parameter value, and we have a function get value. So this box has a function of get value, and this will return type of t, so any type of t, and return value. So now this box instead of single type, it can be generic type. And to say our box class, let's say like we have int box, and we initialize this box with value of 22, and we can print the generic box which init with number with int the int box value is, and we got interpolation of the value is int box. Our int box has get value, and we can run this. The generic box is init, which init with int. The int box value is 42, and we can have the box can be init with string. So let's string box, we say which equal to box, the value init value of hello, and we can say the generic string box value is string box value, and Let's run. The generic string box value is hello. And you can have generic structure, generic struct. You can have generic enum. The common use of generic, you can do generic stack implementation, and you see you have the element, but you have the function push and pop, and then this element can be any type. And you can have optional maybe. You can have generic functions. You have generic constraints. You have collection extensions. And there's one of the most common use cases is generic API client. For example, we have the code to fetch to-dos and post. This is the model of to-do. This is the model of post. And we have functions. We have functions that one is fetch to-dos and one is fetch posts. And for the reusability, so we can, and flexibility, for reusability, like we can have a generic function to do the fetch. So let's say if we have a function which is a fetch operation, and we specify any type of t, and this t is codable, and the parameter is response, which is the t.type, the response type, and URL is type of string, and this is async throws return type of t, and we have the function. Let's say we have light, we reuse that we created a URL from our URL parameter, and we decode. So decode from URL, and we have the response. Response will be returned, which is equal to try equals try await JSON decoder, decode type t from data, and we return the response. Return response x t, and so instead of, let's say we have fetch to-dos and fetch posts, let's say like to-dos which equal to try await fetch to-dos, and you can print fetch to-dos completed. So this we say try fetch to-dos completed, and we have like posts equal to try await fetch post, and we print fetch post completed. fetch post completed, fetch to do's complete, fetch post completed. But you can see if we have this, this will be repeated code. Instead of repeated code, we have generate fetch function. We specify the return type, response type. We specify the URL, and we got the code reusability. So instead of to do's equal to fetch to do, we can just say this will be array of to do self, and the second parameter is this URL string. Okay, so this we can say this response, the response, and we say response. The first parameter is response, second parameter is URL, and this should be return type, because we specify the return type of to-do array. So it says fetch to-do completed, so we can remove the duplicated function. So this function, except we say the to-do and the post return type over here, the code is the same. We can remove this. So we have use generic. We have generic fetch function. So this post will be posts equal to post, the return post type, post array, and this is the post, a JSON placeholder posts. And we can see we fetch to do complete, fetch post completed. So to use that, this generic API client is the most common use of this the generics. So it can achieve that read once, use anywhere. Of we have a generic fetch function, so we only read once, and we don't have the code duplication, and it has the flexibility. And also this is type safe, so the compile time, it will check on the generic types which we specified over here, and it will check on the types and which ensure the type safety. So it's still strong type safety, and it has the flexibility. So it's this our fetch generic fetch function is works with the any type. Okay, so perfect. So this is that Swift generics.